Did the Attorney General just admit the White House is pressuring prosecutions in public? In today's hearing, Pam Bondi was asked point blank about Trump demanding charges, and her answers set off serious alarms about DOJ independence. This exchange changes everything.
Your views on this is not pending litigation. So I want to get to the independence of the Justice Department. At your nomination hearing, I specifically asked you to provide assurance to every member of this committee that the Justice Department will only follow the facts and the law, and the White House will play no role in the cases investigated or brought. You stated in response, this was you, politics will not play a part in my decisions. And you also said the Justice Department must be independent and must act independently. Do you believe that you have upheld that commitment?
I absolutely have upheld that commitment, Senator. I pledged that I would end the weaponization also of the Justice Department, and that America would once again have a one-tier system of justice for all. And that is what we are doing in this country.
We saw this with the president directing an investigation prosecution of Chris Krebs, the former head of cybersecurity, Lisa Cook, who is a current governor of the Federal Reserve, Director Comey. And the president, and I know you have said that you will not discuss discussions you've had with the president about Comey. Is that correct? That you won't testify here about that? Because I was going to ask you if you received advice, instruction, or request from anyone at the White House to direct the department to engage in any investigations, prosecutorial actions, including decisions not to investigate or prosecute anyone.
I'm not going to discuss any conversations.
But then how about the Truth Social post on September 20th, 2025, in which the president said, we can't delay any longer, Pam, using your name, not bringing criminal charges, are killing our reputation, his words, and credibility. And then goes on to tell you to prosecute a member of this committee, to prosecute the Attorney General of New York, and to prosecute James Comey. Do you consider that a directive to the Justice Department?
Senator Klobuchar, President Trump is the most transparent president in American history. And I don't think he said anything that he hasn't said for years.
Okay, it has been reported that you initially pushed back against requests by senior Trump administration officials to push out or fire the acting U.S. attorney in Virginia, Eric Siebert, who's a conservative Republican, who made the decision that the evidence was not there to prosecute Comey. What made you change your opinion?
I am not going to discuss personnel decisions.
Okay. Is it true that the career prosecutors in the Eastern District of Virginia found that there was insufficient evidence to bring criminal charges against former Director Comey?
I am not going to discuss pending cases because Comey was indicted in the Eastern District of Virginia by, I may point out, one of the most liberal grand juries in the country.
Okay, let's go on to other firings or terminations. Last week, the Justice Department...
This moment wasn't about politics. It was about power. Pam Bondi was asked a simple, unavoidable question. Can the Department of Justice truly act independently when the president publicly tells the Attorney General who to prosecute? Instead of answering directly, Bondi deflected, reframed, and leaned on talking points about transparency, while refusing to acknowledge the elephant in the room, a Truth Social post calling on her by name to prosecute political figures. That's the issue. Not behind closed doors, not whispered. Public pressure in real time aimed directly at the nation's top law enforcement officer. When Bondi declined to discuss conversations with the president, refused to explain reported pushback against firing a U.S. attorney, and sidestepped whether Trump's post constituted a directive, the concern became clear. The line between justice and politics is dangerously blurred. This exchange exposed something deeper than a single case. It raised the question of whether prosecutorial decisions are being driven by evidence or by loyalty. And when an attorney general can't or won't clearly say no to presidential pressure, public trust in the rule of law is what's truly on trial.